Okay, this one's for Pat too. I have a theory. I think this part, these parts, as well as this part, which is a ball mill according to Pat, and I agree with him. They used to put balls in there and rotate this, and those giant bearings would have been on either side of this to hold it in place. Anyway, they would turn it with these balls in there, and it would crush the rocks down to what they needed. But I think this ball mill once was where that hole is in the building. I think somebody pulled it out. Because like I said, I think they originally fed the ore into the top over there somewhere, and it probably dropped down into the ball mill and then into the rest of the mill. I'm gonna look around, see if I can find some balls too. Chances are they're long gone, but I'm gonna look around here below it. See if by any chance some rolled down the hill or got away from them that they didn't feel like chasing. Okay, score. These aren't very big, but I found a couple. Here's one, or what's left of one. I think there's it looks like another partial. They're not whole, but they're like fragments of them. There's a view of the tailings. They got away with washing most of that down the wash back before that was a big time no-no. I didn't come around to this side last time, and there was this piece of equipment here. I'm not sure its purpose. Doesn't have one anymore, I guess. Now I'm back inside the mill because last time I didn't explore anything in this direction. Where this kind of shed is back in here, so I wanted to climb back in here and see what. I'm also gonna go up that ladder this time, I think. Let's see what's in here. Man, just loads and loads of samples. It's not that big a room. Looks like I don't even know how to get around in here. Here's some powdered form of samples. Bless you. There's a whole box of. Look at those old windows, man. Some people would love those. Conveyor belt. It's dusty in here, huh? Let's see. It's got stuff in it. I don't know what it is, though. I can get through that way, so after I'm done looking in here, looks like there was a door here, too. Wonder if, oh, it's sealed. Okay. Some bearings. Big old jar. Lots of cool stuff in here, huh? Oh, these timbers are massive too. See, I think that that ball mill set on this concrete foundation right here. And I think it was fed by that ore chute, which is what is on top of this. That's why those beams were so massive. Wonder if we can look down into there. Also in my last video, there's the giant diesel engine in this next room. I'm in the room with all the equipment. Those are the belts that used to drive the factory. Those belts used to wrap around those big wheels. That big belt ran through this cavity right here. If I climbed up through that hole, it would lead to that the belt on the other side, or the wheel on the other side. It went through that way. I can't get down there to show you, but it went through that way and fed the equipment in the rest of the factory over there. Here's a closer look at those belts. These things are huge. I mean, there's a barrel to show you the scale. And they were driven by this sucker right here. I'm here at the fuel injectors for this thing, and then I guess this is how you prime them all at once with this one. Pump it, pumps the fuel up into there and up into the cylinder heads. Somebody took something here. And this is the flywheel, so I don't know what to call this. I'm sure there's a name for it, but I don't know. But this is the one, this is what the belt would ride on to power the factory. Man, it must have been so noisy in here. Look at this wiring job. I'm on the other side of this engine right here. Here's back to the drive belt. Here's another shot of where there's that light even I was showing you from the other side, where the belt went through. So much cool stuff. I also didn't see the staircase last time I was here, so I'm gonna go down here. I mean, it leads to the same place I was before. It's just I missed it. I have to make sure there's nothing over here. There's that down motor I showed you before, but from the other side. It's a hydraulic drive. Like the key's still in it. There's another flathead 6-cylinder. Oh, but they were probably using this as a compressor, huh? Yeah, they weren't. Maybe they converted it over to. I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Looks like they had the belts set up to drive from one to the other. They're mounted together on this cart. That's definitely just an engine with the radiator. And I'm guessing they were using this as a compressor, is a compressor. Where's that D8? Here's another look at that smaller ball mill. I'm sure it's empty, but Not really any way for me to tell. These look like pumps. That Kohler generator from before. Looks like it has a leak. They made that out of a 55-gallon drum and some metal parts. Somebody put a couple balls up here out of one of the mills. Whoever found those. So that main belt went to this wheel here, and then it separated off into the other belts, which ultimately ran the factory. But Austin was pointing out underneath here, I don't know if you can see them or not. Up underneath there's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 or 6 balls in there too. I'm still here in the mill, but I've climbed up this rickety ladder. The one I didn't want to last time because I was by myself, but it leads up to some stairs. And let's go see where those go together. Broken window and pail right there. This is just the top of that ore chute. There's still ore in it. Turn my light so you can see. Yeah, there's still ore in it. And here's the tracks. Those tracks probably led right out and over the trellis, over to that over there. I pushed them over here and dumped them empty. Better look into that. Alright, I think this place has been thoroughly explored. Time to move on to the next item. This is an example of the mill balls. There's a whiskey bottle for scale. That one's pretty heavy. I'm holding a light and a camera. I'd pick one up and show you, but there you go.